I'm a knitter and I'm a crocheter. When I finish a project, I feel proud, and when I'm doing it, it makes me feel calm.
That seems like it's really easy, but when you're actually doing it, it's very challenging, and that's what I liked about it, because I like to be challenged.
Pretty much, I was really just watching videos on the internet and doing nothing, and I found out that crochet is just a magical thing and that you can make almost anything.
Well, first of all, I see handwork as a technology that I think benefits kids in so many different ways. There are a lot of things, too, about simply taking risks that we want to infuse into a child's education, as well as experimentation, but also just having focus. And I think focus is such an important skill for kids to develop in schools. And I think that it's very well done through handwork, even in a way that technology can't get to.
Well, working with technology, you're still using your hands, but you're using a computer to do the work for you. But when I'm working with my hands, I'm doing the work by myself, so I feel like it's more of my work than the computer's work.
When I crochet, it makes me feel like I'm like the person that I am, and it makes me feel really relaxed because I'm not dealing about like what's happening on the internet or worrying about like how many likes you get or how many people responded back.
But it's also a soothing kind of remedy for children in a world that they don't get to sit back anymore, where everything just comes at them so quickly and so dramatically. And you can see almost the relief in their faces when they can just get to do something quietly, on their own, in the pace that they've created.
I enjoy the feeling of creativity, and it's not really about what's being made. It's just so fun getting to use my hands and being able to experience the joy of being able to make something.
I think those are important moments for children today. We don't get much silence anymore. And silence is when you reflect. Silence is when you think. Silence is when you create.
You just walk into a different world and you just feel amazing.
It makes me feel I'm flying in the air.
It makes me feel like I'm a wizard and the hook in my wand.
When you make something, it's like a part of you. It could be destroyed, but it's all gonna be in your heart.
It's kind of a therapy because it helps me be calm and my mom be calm. I can really just have a good time doing old-fashioned stuff.
It supplies kids with a quality that is, disappearing amongst them because they're terrified to make mistakes, whether it's in the classroom, whether it's on the athletic field. And I think that that's one of the things that handwork teaches. And that sometimes when you do experiment, when you do make a mistake, and you do take a big risk, you end up with something that's even grander and more what you can hardly believe.
It's especially helping those kids that sometimes have trouble focusing, that sometimes have trouble sitting still or getting that one thing, or that math problem. They're working so hard at it and they still can't get it. But they're learning that it's not over just because you didn't get it on your first try. It's creating that resilience.
It makes me feel like I've accomplished something higher than I would think I have accomplished. This has taught me that it doesn't really matter if you make a mistake. You just have to keep on trying because it's not about giving up. It's about being persistent and coming through the closed door if the door is closed.
The feeling of when I'm done, because I'm excited, and I say, well, I've accomplished one more thing in life, maybe I can do another.
As educators, we have to have courage, and I think courage to do the right things and the things that are actually going to work and pay off for our children as they grow into adults. There's always a tendency to say, well, this is going to be distracting, or this is not in our curriculum, but it is something that helps children understand and apply certain principles that they see in other disciplines, what we consider academic.
you have to do what's in the bracket 6 times, which is knitting the front and then the back, and then knit one. So you have to do that for 6 times.
So I have to do knit, stitch, front, back, and then knit one again.
Yes.
Okay.
And then you'll get 18 stitches.
My mom said I'm very gifted with my hands and that if I want to be a neurosurgeon, crocheting will help me to focus and to get the hand movements.
They're having so much success with this program because they don't learn handwriting anymore. But at the same time, now they're getting that dexterity back. They're making something, they're creating something that they can be proud of.
It makes me feel calm and it keeps my mind working.
My son Yuki loves to crochet because he tried to problem solve how to make the specific patterns and he managed to do it. Nowadays, many people tend to buy things rather than making things, and by making things by hands, he take care of the thing that he makes and appreciate what he makes, and he's proud of what he made.
It teaches children how a small thread could be woven into something very beautiful. And I think that really that's how the world, needs to work. We have to take different colors and different textures and weave them together in some sort of mosaic that's going to allow us to survive on the planet. So I think we've learned as a school community the value of handwork for our children because we see it paying off in so many different ways for our kids.
When you have a free time, instead of going on the computer and getting your brain rot, you should crochet because it helps you a lot in academics and everything.